Hello, everyone. Welcome to Merle's Pearls of Business Wisdom, where I, Merle M. Singer, the relationship miracle worker, talks about things, relationship, and how they impact the workplace. A lot of things are impacting the workplace these days. You know, a COVID-19 crisis has created an imperative for companies to reconfigure their operations. They gotta figure it all out. Things are different. And there's an opportunity when you're stuck in a disaster, there's an opportunity to say, okay, well, how can I change this? How can I transform this? I don't want to put band-aids on. I want to transform this company. If you're a small company, if you're a company of one, or if you're an employee in a company, these are things that I recommend you keep your eye out for, because to the extent that they can, you as a company, or you all as your company that you work for or own, if you can transform it, then you're going to add productivity, you're going to add impact, you're going to add employees. That's a great place to be, whether you're working there or you're creating there. Be on the lookout for that. And when you say, oh my gosh, look what's happening, this is everybody's at home and I don't have a chance to see them, and whatever your angst is that you worry about your job or workplace or company, think in terms of how you're transforming it and what you can do to make it more valuable, that you can improve your impact, make it bigger and better. And if you're the person that's one of the employees working there, pay attention, because if that company isn't increasing its impact, if that company isn't taking the opportunity to grow, to change how they're doing it so that it's better, or it includes more that it didn't before, if they're not doing that, then they're in the process of shrinking. And if they're shrinking, you should be in the process of looking for a new job. A new job or a new company or a new project. But shrinking is not the way you want to go. So I was reading, and the McKinsey Global Institute estimates that more than 20% of the global workforce could work the majority of its time away from the office and be just as effective. That's more than 20%. And that's not just you, that's not just your company, that's not just where you work, that's not just America, that's Europe, that's every country. Because it's not, well, of course the pandemic happened all over the world. That's what made it a pandemic. But also, the other thing that's happened all over the world is it's not an industrial revolution. It's a internet computer revolution. What we can do, what gets done automatically, that so it's just like if you own an apartment building and you want to save some time, don't collect the rent by check. Have them send it automatically to your bank by Zelle or automatic payment, PayPal, whatever. But if you have that done automatically, you've saved several man hours of work. It's that kind of thinking in every kind of job that and every company. It's very, very, very exciting. And you can say to me, well, what has that got to do with relationships? And that's a good question. But the answer is that your communication and relationship skills now have to extend more than just on the one-to-one around the business cooler, around the water cooler. You've got to make sense of it, make it work, and get some satisfactions, something that feels good about it. You have to do that in a remote situation as well as online, or as well as in the office. To me, when I look at these huge office buildings and know that half of those office buildings or the offices are going to be empty, that everything is shrinking. And the thing that I see that's growing more are the WeWork places where you can kind of rent an office by the hour for the entrepreneurs, single entrepreneurs. There's a lot. It creates so much energy. It's very exciting. It's hard to know where it's all going to end, well, it's never going to end, but I mean, what direction it's going to go in. There are going to be winners and losers. I only say to you, pay attention. Pay attention, because where you work and how you work, and if you still have a job at all, will depend on how progress moves forward. And anticipate that. Maybe you should go back to school and get a master's or a PhD or something. Maybe you should change jobs altogether. Maybe you should close the business that you have. Maybe you should open a business. How many people they just decided, well, I like to bake, and so they bake these cookies or whatever and create a business out of something that they like. Maybe that's something that you want to do, but just make sure that the bill pay and that anything you can do online is awesome. And that's one of the things that you can do online, is get business, is get people, is sell a product to you're in California, sell it to New York, sell it to Idaho, sell it as well as buy it from those places. All of that is awesomely exciting, and we don't know how it's all going to turn out, but pay attention, read about it, think about it, because in all that stuff going on in your head about where business is going, where making a living is going, you're going to find where you fit in. You're going to find where you can grow, and you're going to find where you can help grow other people. And that's exciting. So I don't know if that has to do with relationships. It has to do with the relationship you have with yourself and the world you live in and your life and how you live it, and how if you are outward reaching, if you are paying attention to the world around you, you have more to offer, more to learn, and that's exciting. That's very exciting. That's my Merle's Pearls of today. And I just lost something I was looking for. Because I want to tell you that computers are great, that everything about them is wonderful, except that they go kaflooey every once in a while. And then you say, okay, now what do I do? This is what I do. I am Merle. I'm a singer, the relationship miracle worker. I have this podcast every week. I am certainly not awesomely the most professional person you ever saw, but I have something to say, and I have something to say that's valuable, and I have something to say that you can learn from, just like I learned from it. So it's a podcast. You don't have to listen now. You can listen anytime. Just go to the Apple podcast, any of the podcasts that you listen to, and check out Merle M. Singer, okay? Or Merle's Pearls of Business Wisdom. Give me a comment, any comment you have to say, any topic you want to talk about. And other than that, I will see you next Thursday. This is a new year. It's exciting. Business is exciting. The world is exciting. Get excited. Bye. See you next Thursday.